We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not have a return here to start. Thanks to the new rule, the fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. Hurts throwing right away. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll drop this one off to Swift. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down. These two teams they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Complete to Zacchaeus. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. On second down, another shot for Robinson. And the defense closes quickly there, and will get maybe a yard to the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And McLaurin, the motion man right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And Howell will throw it. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Howell tried to pick it up on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
4th down, Howell. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. They juked him. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Pulled in at the 24. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
They're on the 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I know a coach told me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Robinson up the middle. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Flush to his right. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing here, Howell. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he stopped immediately there. The Eagles on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to conversion. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Now it's Crowder. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 1st down, Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
It's easy to celebrate every good run by Robinson because stories don't get much better than his last year. Shot during an attempted robbery just 13 days before the regular season. He made it back by week 5 and played in 12 games for Washington. Even better, gained almost 800 yards leading the Commanders.
1st down, Howell to throw. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Howell down to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this 1st half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Let's go. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Howell going to go for it. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down. Remember, he needed 4 yards, and 4 yards is going to be what he gets as they do convert here on 4th down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Howell changing the play here.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Out left to Dotson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
So here we go, 4th down. Howell working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw, Howell. And that is incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Howell. Here's a screen for Robinson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Howell trying to get his offense to hurry up and get set. Howell out of the shotgun. Down the left sideline. All the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Robinson trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. On the counter, this is Robinson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Robinson. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
7 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. Howell. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Gave up 6 points going the other way.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Commanders, nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Some strong running at the 20. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Commanders nothing.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Jake Elliott kicking off for Philadelphia.
10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because those...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Eagles 10, Commanders 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Second down, here's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Hurts sets up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And an Eagles 1st down.
On first down, Hurts being chased out left. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
63.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Got inside the 35 and the 34. Throwing his Hurts. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works, and the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I've never returned punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure.
Touchdown! Dallas Goedert, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10. They're on 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Again, it's Robinson. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Howell. And that will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines
and in the huddle looking at each other.
And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6. Touchdown, Philadelphia! A.J. Brown, 66 yards. And the Eagles are able to stretch out their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Eagles 24, Commanders 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. And Howe will throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Faking the handoff. Howell. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
1-yard gain. Brings up
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
a 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring sixes, not threes. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Hurts. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
On second down, Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Washington on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. He'll get this down to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its face.